Have you ever wondered why the rich seem obsessed with buying land while most of us think of getting gadgets, cars, and vacations? The wealthy are busy thinking of buying plots of land in the middle of nowhere or even in the heart of most cities. You know what the big deal is? Well, let me tell you a story or two to buttress my point. Land equals power and security. Let's start with a famous example. John D. Rockefeller. Back in the 19th century, he bought up acres of land near oil reserves. Not only did he become the richest man of his time, but his descendants still benefit from those investments that he made even up to today. Now, stock market can crash, there can be currency devaluation, but land would never depreciate. And their land still stands empty today. While everyone is panicking, the rich have their backup land safely in place. Two, land always gets more valuable if you're smart. Here's another real life example. Have you heard about Eco Atlantic in Lagos, Nigeria? Well, a few decades ago, this was just land that was reclaimed from the sea. And today, it's one of the most expensive and luxurious places in Africa with billionaires and businesses scrambling to own a piece of it. And it's not just in Lagos. In the United States, for instance, Walt Disney secretly bought land in Florida for what would eventually become Disney World. He purchased the land at a dead cheap price, knowing that it would become incredibly valuable once the park was built. And genius, right? The lesson here is simple. If you choose the right location, your land can multiply in value without you lifting a finger. Turning land into money making machine. Now let me introduce you to Aliko Dangote, Africa's richest man. Dangote isn't just into manufacturing. For those of you who don't know, he owns vast amounts of land across Nigeria. Why? Because he knows that land can be transferred into industrial zones, factories, and real estate developments that generate billions and billions of money in revenue. The wealthy don't just buy land for the fun of it. They turn it into profit machines, hotels, office buildings, farms, shopping malls, you name them. Every square foot they own is an opportunity to make wealth. Land banking. Now here's a personal story I bet you will love. So there's this man in Abuja, Nigeria, who bought several plots of land back in the 1980s for just a few thousand naira each. And at the time, the area was mostly bushy. Fast forward to today, those plots of land now worth hundreds of million naira. Why? Because the government developed the area and it became a prime real estate. Now, this is called land banking. The rich are masters of this strategy. They buy underdeveloped land in areas they predict will grow and then they wait. And it's all about patience and foresight. A legacy that lives on, family passing down land deeds. Let's talk about legacy. Have you heard of the Onassis family? Okay, Aristotle Onassis, who is a shipping magnate, invested in land and properties all over the world. Even decades after his death, his family continues to thrive on the wealth he built. And now, closer to home, many wealthy Nigerian families have kept their lands in Lagos, in Abuja, and Port Harcourt for generations. These families don't just think about their own personal lives, they think about their children, they think about the future, their grandchildren, and beyond. Owning land is like planting a tree that grows bigger and stronger with each generation. Tax breaks and other hidden benefits. Did you know that farmland in some countries can give you massive tax breaks? For example, in the United States, Bill Gates, the world's largest private owner of farmland, has taken advantage of this. Why does a tech billionaire need farmland? It's very simple. It's a smart financial move. Owning agricultural land not only diversifies his wealth, but also comes with tax incentives and long-term growth potential. Now let's talk about Nigeria. In Nigeria, owning land in certain regions can actually qualify you for government grants or development partnership. For the rich, these hidden benefits can make land even more attractive. status symbol like no other. Now let's talk about status. Owning land isn't just about money, it's a way to flex. Now think about celebrities like Kanye West, who own a massive ranch in Wyoming, or Jeff Bezos, who owns a private island. Owning huge tracts of land says, I've made it. And it's not just about how much money they have, it's about how much land they control. In Nigeria, land ownership is a major status symbol too. Owning a massive estate in Banana Island, Lagos, Asokoro, or even in Abuja is the ultimate show of success. Why should you care? You might be thinking this whole idea is for billionaires, but what about me? Now let me tell you a story. There's a young Nigerian entrepreneur who bought a small piece of land on the outskirts of Lagos for about 500,000 naira about 10 years ago. Now today, as we speak, that same piece of land is worth over 20 million naira. All he did was spot the potential of the area and wait. And here's the takeaway from that story. You don't have to be rich to start investing in land. You can start small. Look for areas where development is coming into, maybe near a highway, a university, or even a growing city. And over time, your investment can grow into something incredible. So the next time you hear about someone talking about buying land, don't just shrug it off like it's nothing. Land isn't just debt. Land is power. Land is wealth and opportunity. And if the rich are doing it, maybe it's time for you to also start thinking in that direction too. And if you know you enjoyed this video, smash on the subscribe button, like this video, share with your family and friends. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips and stories like this to build wealth together.